Good morning to one and all. This is Maria Pushpam, and for today's class we are going to see about photochemical combination of hydrogen and chlorine. Photochemical combination of hydrogen and chlorine, and this is a reaction mark. So hydrogen plus chlorine gives you 2HCl in presence of light, and the mechanism involves 4 steps. First, chlorine combines with light to give you Cl ion. Then chlorine reacts with hydrogen molecule to give you HCl plus hydrogen ion, and third step, hydrogen ion reacts with chlorine to give you HCl plus Cl, and now the chlorine radicals combine together to give you chlorine gas. So this is the reaction here. So if you take this reaction, it involves 4 steps. I'll repeat the mechanism once again. So Cl, first chlorine combines with light to give you Cl ion, then Cl ion combines with hydrogen to give you HCl plus hydrogen, then hydrogen reacts with chlorine gas to give you HCl plus Cl ion, then Cl ions combines together to give you chlorine gas, and the first rate constant is K1IA, second one rate constant is K2 into rate is equal to K2 into Cl into H2, third one rate is equal to K3 into H into Cl2, then fourth one rate is equal to rate constant K4 into Cl the whole square. And if you take this reaction, HCl is formed by means of step 2 and step 3. Therefore, the rate of formation of HCl can be given as dHCl divided by dt would be equal to K2 into Cl H2 plus K3 into HCl2. In this reaction, hydrogen and chlorine radicals are formed as intermediates. In this reaction, are formed as intermediates. Now we are going to apply steady state principle for Cl radical. If you take this equation 1, two things if we find, we can solve the equation. So chlorine radical is there as well as hydrogen radical is there. So we have to apply steady state principle and find the values. Applying steady state principle for chloride ion, if you take chloride ion is being formed in step 1 and step 3, and if you take decomposition, it is decomposed in step 2 and step 4. So if we equate that equation, we get the format K1 Ia plus K3H Cl2 will be equal to K2 into Cl into H2 plus K4 into Cl the whole square. Likewise, for hydrogen radical, we have K2ClH2 will be equal to K3 into H into Cl2. Adding equation 2 and 3, we get the form K1Ia is equal to K4 into Cl the whole square. And finally, if you solve the thing, we get Cl is equal to square root of K1 Ia divided by K4. Now we have to compare the equation 1 and 2. So we get the final equation of the format dHCl divided by dt. So we have dt will be equal to 2K2 into Cl into H2. Is it okay? And now substitute the value of Cl from equation 4 and equation 5. We get the final format dHCl divided by dt is equal to 2K2 into square root of K1Ia divided by K4 into H2. Is it okay? I'll repeat the thing once again, ma. So we have to apply steady state principle for chlorine radical as well as for hydrogen radical. So we get the format, we get the equation 2 and equation 3. So adding equation 2 and 3, we get the final form as K1Ia is equal to K4 into Cl the whole square. From this we can find the value of Cl. So you substitute the value of Cl in this comparing equation 1 and 3. You have to compare equation 1 as well as equation 3. And we get the final format dHCl divided by, substitute the value, we get the equation dHCl divided by dt is equal to 2K2 into Cl into H2. 2K2 into Cl into H2. Then what you have to do is you have to substitute the value of Cl in equation 4 and 5. We get the equation dHCl divided by dt is equal to 2K2 into square root of K1Ia divided by K4 into H2. Now what you are going to do is you take all the constants 2, then k2, k1 and k4. You take outside and it is represented as k dash. So the final equation get the format dHCl divided by dt is equal to k dash into H2 into square root of Ia. And the chlorine radical formed in step 1. So this particular equation is the final equation. The final equation get the format dHCl divided by dt is equal to k dash into H2 into square root of Ia. And now if you take this chlorine radical in step 1 is used in step 2 to generate HCl molecule and hydrogen radical. The hydrogen radical in turn generates Cl radical in step 2. And thus step 2 and step 3 are repeated a large number of times, leading to a chain reaction with a very high quantum yield 10 to the power of 4 to 10 to the power of 6. Is it okay? So this is something about photochemical combination of hydrogen and chlorine. Photochemical combination of hydrogen and chlorine. And the next topic what you are going to see for today's class is photophysical processes. So coming to photophysical processes, the mechanism and energy transfer in photophysical process, if you take, molecules are in ground state, they spin paired electrons. They have spin paired electrons. The electrons will be rotating. It is represented as S0. One is by upward arrow, another is by downward arrow. They absorb light and get excited, raising one of the two electrons to the higher energy level. The spin orientation of the two electrons may be either parallel or they may be anti-parallel. Sometimes they may be parallel and sometimes they may be anti-parallel. And then the molecule are said to be singlet. If the spin is said to be, I'll repeat, the spin orientation of the two electrons may be either parallel or anti-parallel. If the spins are said to be anti-parallel, then we say the thing is singlet excited state and is given by the symbol S1. I'll repeat the same thing once again. So molecules பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நார்மலாக ஃபஸ்ட்டு கிரவுண்ட் ஸ்டேட்டில் இருக்கும்போது S0 நம்ம சொல்லுவோம். It will be having a rotation. Is it okay? As it absorbs light, the electrons gets excited. So sometimes it moves in the parallel spin. Both the electrons will be in the same mode. And sometimes it will be in the anti-parallel spin. ஒன்று ஃபார்வர்டில் போனால் ஒன்று ரிவர்ஸில் வர மாதிரி வரும். Is it okay? The spin will be in that mode. So இப்போ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா what you can say from this is if the spin is anti-parallel, if the spin is said to be anti-parallel, then the molecule is said to have a singlet excited state. Singlet excited state. And if the spin are said to be parallel, then with the molecules are said to be in the triplet excited state. ரெண்டும் ஆப்போசிட்டில் இருந்துச்சுன்னா we call it as singlet excited state. இந்த டயக்ராம் எனக்கு கிளியராக புரியும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். முதல்ல ரெண்டுமே ஸ்பின் ஃபார்வர்ட் ஒன்று பேக்வேர்டில் இருக்குது, அப்வர்ட் ஒன்று டவுன்வர்டில் இருக்குது. லைட்டை பாஸ் பண்ணும்போது என்ன ஆகும்னா light pass பண்ணும்போது என்ன பண்ணணும்னா what happens there is both things will be anti-parallel. Anti-parallel it is said to be singlet excited state. ரெண்டுமே parallel இருந்துச்சுன்னா we call the thing as triplet excited state. The excited molecules return to the ground state dissipating energy by following reaction. It's nothing but ground state and energy by any one of the following transitions. And we have two types of transitions. One is called as radiative transition, another one is called as non-radiative transitions. Light வெளிவிட்டு வர்றது வந்து radiative transition, light விடாம சும்மா வர்றது வந்து it's said to be non-radiative transition. Is it clear? So the remaining portion, the continuous statement of these things we can see in the next class. That is nothing but radiative transition as well as non-radiative transition we can see in the next class. Is it okay? So we can have a short recap of the thing what you have seen for today's class. The photochemical combination of hydrogen and chlorine first we have seen. Then the basic of photophysical processes. That is a mechanism of energy transfer in photophysical processes we have seen. Is it clear? So photophysical process I'll repeat. So normal molecules பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ரெண்டு எலக்ட்ரானுமே வந்து என்ன ஓரியன் சுற்றிட்டே இருக்கும். லைட் அப்சர்வ் பண்ணும்போது they get excited, மேலே போகும். மேலே போகும்போது என்ன பண்ணுன்னா parallel போச்சுன்னா we call it as triplet excited state, anti parallel போச்சுன்னா we call it as singlet excited singlet excited state. Is it okay? So அது அங்கே போயிட்டு திருப்பி அப்படியே நிற்காது, இட் வில் பி கம்மிங் டவுன். ஸோ அது கீழே வரும்போது ட்ரான்சிஷன் ரெண்டு விதமாக நம்ம பிரிப்போம். ஒன்று வந்து நான் ரேடியேட்டிவ் ட்ரான்சிஷன், another one is radiative transitions. And the continuous topics we can see in the next class. Thank you for listening. Keep on studying, ma. Thank you.